Hello and welcome to Body Bags. My name is James and I'm your Sunday night reviewer. And for the last review of our theme week of Scarecrows, I bring you the 1988 classic Scarecrows. Now, this is a William Wesley film, but I think that he had a lot to do with this. I think he wrote it, produced it, edited it. I think this was a real love affair for him. This one is pretty simple, pretty basic premise. You have these kind of almost like military kind of bank robbers, and they've done a job, and they've hijacked this plane with this father daughter kind of like it's just their plane, and they've hijacked it, and they're heading south down towards Mexico, I believe it is, and one of the robbers actually double crosses the rest of the team, and he jumps out the plane with his parachute, and he pushes the money over the edge. Obviously this pisses the other guys off, and so a few of them jump out the plane to kind of try and find him. And then there's someone else left on the plane, and they land it. And basically they try and track the guy down. Where he lands, it's kind of in the middle of like kind of like these fields. It's like cornfields. There's a lot of trees and everything. It's like some woods, and then on the outs, it's kind of woods and cornfields mixed in. And there's a house. He'd like pre-planned where he was going to kind of land, and there's this house where he's got this truck waiting for him and stuff. I believe it's pre-planned anyway, where the location is. I'm not quite 100% sure now I've said that. Oh, excuse this big lump here. Mosquito bite, covered in the buggers. Annoying. But anyway, I will throw some spoilers in. It's in the middle of like this kind of like cemetery in the middle of nowhere, and the weird thing is it's like a cemetery full of scarecrows, and basically these scarecrows kind of come alive. Well, I'm not sure that they actually do. If the scarecrows are just scarecrows, and then there's these other scarecrows running around which aren't up on crosses, so they're kind of like doing all the killing and stuff. But yeah, everyone kind of gets picked off one by one in the end, and that's pretty much the film. Yeah, the bad guys are trying to chase the other bad guy, who comes to an untimely demise by the scarecrows, and then the others get picked off one by one. It's a very simple film. It's a very short film, and it's a very dark film as well. Yeah, it's shot at night time, but I don't know how it all is. It's kind of quite dark and eerie, and the scarecrows look fantastic. They really do look really damn good, especially the ones which are up on the crosses, like elevated there. They look superb. Like, you're always watching them expecting them to move or something like that, but how the sacks are, it's kind of, you can see the shape of the face, and it's just really haunting and menacing. I like how cool they look, and mix that with the darkness and all the like the trees and all the corn, and everything's all hazy and stuff. This elite team, they're also using night vision goggles as well, so it's really good mix up of stuff, and it's cool. Obviously the supernatural element kicks in pretty high with this one. Like how one of the first guy that double crosses people comes back, and they track him down. Well, he turns up at the house, but he's not who he was, because obviously he died, and they like attack him and fight him and stuff, and eventually they cut his head off, cut his hand off and stuff like that, and he's just being gutted, and he's full of money. And the gore looks pretty cool on this. I won't give all the kind of kills away. Like I said, I just gave that one, and I think it's pretty obvious like how this film will go. That's why I kind of threw the spoiler in there at the start. Like I said, it's just a really simple premise, but it's a really fun ride. It's like dark. It's got some characters. Like the head guy always reminds me of what's his name? Shit. The sergeant from Day of the Dead. He kind of looks like him, and how he is kind of acts a bit like him. Maybe he drew on that performance. I'm not sure, but it's a really fun ride. I highly recommend this one. So I haven't really seen too many Scarecrow films, but like I said, this is one that I picked up. I'd seen this before a long time ago, and 88 Films actually put out a pretty good, a pretty cool edition here. I haven't watched the extras. I'm just having a quick look now. There's like an interview and like a trailer, and that's kind of basically it. But I'm happy to report that the picture quality is pretty good, because I imagine that if this was pretty poor picture quality, it'd really detract from the film. You wouldn't be able to see anything that was going on. Because the picture quality is good, you see everything. It's nice and crisp and clean, and it helps. Like I said, the Scarecrows look fantastic. Then the gore when it's in there is really cool, and the whole kind of like being trapped and isolation. There's nowhere for them to go, sort of thing. It's like, and the realization that these Scarecrows or something outside is trying to get them, and they just can't escape. It's a good film. But anyway, I think that's enough for my review. Slightly quicker one for me, which is people will be happy to hear that. And awesome. Next week you'll be having a review from the sunny shores of the UK. So enjoy your week, and I'll catch you later. Bye bye.